Hey, this is Sean Frith with SF Communities. Today we want to spend a little bit of time about home orientations. Now, in several different videos, we'll talk about when, if you're buying a house that's in mid-construction, we want to set up, meetings with the home buyers at specific times, but this is more for the final walk on your house before you close on it. You'll notice, David, if you'll kind of spin around, this house here is in excellent condition. And it's got, the hardwoods are clean, it's painted, it's prepared and it's ready for a final walk. But what I thought we'd do is spend a little bit of time talking about what you're going to do in your final walk and little things that you're going to be looking for and so on and so forth. So the first thing you want to make sure is that you plan your walk with plenty of time for your closing, because it's very important that once we close on this house that we have a zero defect letter. And so what that means is that you've had plenty of time to walk through your house and note any cosmetic or any problems with your house. The builder can fix them, and then you basically sign a zero defect letter. And that zero defect letter basically states that you're taking that home 100%, and there are no oral written promises outside of those agreements. All of our walk sheets basically have every room in a house in every category, and basically when you do a walk, you're going to go through with that on every list. Now, what I thought we'd do today is just take a time to just kind of walk around and kind of showcase some of the things that you're going to be looking for, some of the things that you're going to be doing during your walk. The first thing that you're going to do when you come is you're going to probably do the exterior first. You want to make sure that you check your landscaping. You want to make sure that you check the exterior siding of your home, anything on the outside that you might be concerned with, okay? Then once you get on the inside, every builder is different. They may take you a different way, but basically you're going to go through room by room, taking time to make sure that you go through your house. Now we're going to go through explanations of how to use your water heater, how to cut off your water, how to use your fireplace, how to use a garage door opener if you've got one, how to, use the functions of your house, change air filters, all that stuff. And it's very important that you pay attention and leave yourself a time. Now, depending on the builder, it could take from an hour to 2 hours, and some builders may even take as long as 3 hours. So make sure that you have the time. Now, once you mark up your walk sheet, then basically what's going to happen is you're going to get all that stuff signed off, and that's when we're going to do the zero defect letter, okay? So then you're going to be able to go to closing. So let's just kind of walk around and talk about some of the things that you may see. So, you come into a room, you're going to make sure that all your globe lights work and all that stuff is perfect. You're going to look at your miter joints. These joints here where the trim come together. You're going to look at the overall paint job, the sheetrock job. And again, at the first stage when you're buying a home and you're closing on that home, you're going to be looking for some cosmetic things. As you get to the warranty side, some of those cosmetic things are not warrantable because your house is going to settle, and we'll talk about those in some other videos. But you're going to make sure that your lights work. You're going to check all those things. A lot of times they will have a device with them. Sometimes they don't, to make sure every outlet works. Sometimes people bring lamps and things like that just to make sure that all the outlets work. Okay, so you're going to walk, kind of coming through here. We'll talk about some other things. You're going to make sure that your doors open and close properly, and then you've got the correct reveal around your door, and that they make a connection there. Okay, you're going to make sure that your carpet is, you don't see massive seams in your carpet and things of that nature. Now, some of this stuff is to be expected, but, a lot of this stuff, that's what you're looking for. You want to make sure that the house is in perfect condition. You're going to actually, check your blinds. If you get blinds, you're going to open and close your windows to make sure that they open and close with ease, so they lock. You're going to make sure, and they're probably going to tell you about the windows and how you can actually, you've got a device here that you can squeeze here and actually take the window out. So if there was a crack ever in a window, that you could replace it, and it'll, you can just buy another sash and you can put it back in. You'll go over your cable outlets and where those are. Again, you'll look in your closets, make sure that your shelving is sturdy, so on and so forth. We'll just kind of keep on going here. This is your master bedroom. Pretty much, the same in here in terms of rooms. You're going to check the lights. You're going to turn your heat on. You're going to turn your AC on. You're going to make sure all that stuff works. Come on in here. Most likely we'll end up turning on all your water faucets. Okay? You'll look under the water faucet to make sure that your doors properly work and are attached properly, and to make sure that there's no leak in here. And then again, like I said, there's cutoff valves, and they will go through all that stuff. Okay, so you'll make sure your drawers work properly coming into here. The same thing is you're going to turn on, this is a jetted tub, so chances are you're going to turn the jetted tub on, you're going to turn the motor on to make sure the motor works, and so on and so forth. And so this would be an area, David, if you'll get in here, that needs to be caulked back in this area. Not a real defect, more of a cosmetic thing, but just something that, before you close, you're going to want to make sure it's caulked, okay? You're going to turn on your commode, flush it a few times, making sure it works properly. And you're going to check all these specific things, okay? And again, these are very preventative things, and they're good things to do through the walk to make sure and to illustrate that everything is working properly. Okay, come on in here, and we're going to walk into the kitchen area. Now, like I said, every builder is going to be different, and they're going to maybe take you a different way. But very, very important that you check all the things in your house, because basically what happens, for example, flooring. This is an entire room of flooring. You need to spend a few moments and check the flooring out, because after you sign off on your flooring, it in most cases is not warrantable, because this is a wood product, and you're going to put couches on here, you're going to put chairs on here and stuff like that, and this stuff is very easily scratched. And so that's going to be your responsibility. They'll give you some devices to touch up your hardwoods and things like that, but for the most part is you want to make sure that you're inspecting all these things. Okay, when you get in your kitchen, again, just simple things like you're making sure your lights work, that everything is okay there. Again, your exterior doors, make sure the locks are connecting, that they're opening and closing properly, that everything is working there. Cabinets, just like in your master. Now again, you'll learn about the cutoff valves and how to work your garbage disposal and all that kind of stuff. Now normally you would have your appliances in here, and your appliances, you want to make sure that you turn them on, make sure everything is properly working, refrigerators, so on and so forth, like you've got your ice maker and all that kind of stuff. Make sure all that stuff works, microwave and stuff like that. Okay, and you're gonna go through and check all the GFIs, your phone, and all that stuff. This is your alarm system. You're going to put a test on that to make sure it works. Okay, so you're going to come in here. You got your hot and your cold, your garage in here. That's going to have, if it's got a device on it, you're going to click the device to make sure that it works. We've got water heaters in the house, is where most of the source of your water comes from. They're going to showcase, you've got your warranty manual that always comes next to it. They're going to show you how to turn it off, turn it on. So if you have a water leak in your house and you can't find it, you can come right to the source and you can turn it off. And then of course on every place where you have a water connection, you have a cutoff valve. Okay? So come back in here and you'll just check the general functionality of all these things. I'm going to let you come back in here. So basically, as you go through all these sheets, if you see imperfections in the house with the functions, the doors, all that stuff, you're going to make a note. And when you make a note on that, then you're going to go in and you're going to have the builder fix that, and then the builder is going to sign off on that. And that's what we're going to use for a final walk orientation. And then from that point, you're going to have a walk and a warranty that comes within that. We'll explain that in a later video, but mainly today is we just wanted to get something on the website to, again, showcase what to expect, what you're going to do when you come to do these walks. This is a final orientation. Thank you.